Hey everybody, Bill Soroka, multi-potentialite, serial entrepreneur. Today we're going to be talking about letting your freak flag fly and really embracing your authentic self when you're communicating with your audience. I think one of the most confusing parts of becoming a content creator is figuring out how much of ourselves we're supposed to share and what do we talk about and what are we supposed to share with others in our audience or our ideal customers. So whether we're talking about email content or blogs or social media posts or YouTube videos, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be this perfect expert in our field. And we think that we almost have to be someone different on camera or when we're writing or on social media than we actually are in real life. But the greatest lesson that I've learned is that people don't relate to perfect because perfect ain't real. People don't want to hang out and do business with a robot. People want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So instead of being all business in everything that you do and being super rigid and tight and, just the facts, man, let some of your personality shine through in your content. Now, don't get me wrong, your content still must be packed full of value. It still needs to be succinct. It needs to deliver on the promise, but you can also have some fun and tie your hobbies, your passions, your weirdness into everything that you do. You can let that freak flag fly. For an example, in my business, I'm a huge nerd with a pen obsession. I love talking about and sharing my latest and greatest current favorite pen. That ties perfectly into my business. I run a notary business and a notary training course, so it works out really well. But I'm also a huge Golden Girls fan. I make subtle references to it all the time in social media, in email content, in some of my training. In fact, I even use some of the characters from the show in a reverse mortgage training course and the certification exam. Now, some people get it, some people don't. I've gotten awesome messages from the people who are fellow Golden Girls fans that see that, but that's okay. I have a kind of establish a kindred spirit with those who get it, and that those that don't, it's not like they get upset by it or anything. It's just one of those things that's out there. It's who I am. And because I get to express myself, I have a lot more fun doing what I do. And because I enjoy what I do, that really shines through in my work. And people want to be around that. And they'll do the same for you as well. Another example is one of the guys I've been following, man, since I've been on this journey, since Tim Ferriss kind of kicked off the 4-hour work week and I really dove into what that would look like and passive income. I ran into Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income, and he's a guy, an influencer that can tie Back to the Future into just about anything and everything that he talks about. He can find a life lesson and a reference in that movie just about anywhere. You can do the same thing too with your interest. When you do it, here are some guidelines to consider. Number one, use your own voice. Be authentic. Not everyone's going to get it, and that's okay. Number two, remember that the results for something like this are hard to measure, and it's not always tied directly to sales. What we're trying to do here is grow a community of people that appreciate the value and the service you provide, and we're letting them get to know you a little bit on a different, deeper level. Remember, people work with who they know, like, and trust. And this is just another way where you kind of tear down the technology barrier that's out there, and you let some of yourself show through. And then on that same note is number three, only share what you're comfortable sharing. There's a lot of power in vulnerability. A lot of people relate to it, but it takes baby steps to get really comfortable sharing stuff about ourselves that we don't normally share with other people. So you got to kind of ease into this sometimes, or you can just jump right into it. Whatever you're comfortable with, just let yourself come through in your business. Your business is your masterpiece. We're designing not just an income here. We're designing a lifestyle and a community. And these are people that you'll be working with maybe for years to come. Let yourself shine through.